That is how we put a player on the spot.
그냥 최선을 다했으면 좋겠어.
I hope we can try our best.
And Elfi, any last words for INnoVation before you step into the booth?
Yeah. No, can't think of anything. Just good luck, have fun.
Always an appropriate start to a quarterfinal match. Gentlemen, best of luck. You may now head to your booths. And it's time for us to throw it on over to the best casters in the world whose aliases start with Ace. Artosis and Apollo.
Thank you so much, Day 9 and Snicks, and of course, Bucharest. I can't believe that right now, as far as armies go, we have the better one for Elfi, so he is chasing INnoVation back. Notice how INnoVation boosting away right now, losing a few units. Nice moves by Elfi, gaining a little advantage anywhere he can.
And if you just look at the units lost tab in the bottom right-hand side, there's 775 resources lost by INnoVation, but only 225 by Elfi. So far, this has been a pretty good start here for the Finnish player.
You can't really complain about anything here for Elfi. You're completely right, Apollo. He's got 2-2 on the way, whereas INnoVation hasn't finished his +1 armor. He's got Blink, he's got Thermal Lance, he's adding his gateways. His third Nexus is not really that slow even. He's in a great spot.
But Artosis, if we are to see, which I'm pretty sure we will, as you said, the SCVs come off the line. There is no Templar Archives, there is no Storm here. There's Ghost been added into the mix. There's no second engineering bay, there is no armory. There is currently only 50 SCVs on the map. There's the Templar Archives coming in, there's a scan. It's barely outside of the range of that scan, the Templar Archives. If INnoVation had seen it, I'm pretty sure he would have gone for it. But I'm sure he's going to go very shortly anyway. Does Elfi, with what he set up, with the 2-2 upgrade so close to finishing, can he hold on against this?
Oh, here it comes, Apollo, and that is the question. That's what Elfi's going to be trying for. He's going to have to be perfect with his spellcasters. He's going to need great time warps from that Mothership Core, great force fields from his sentries. I don't know if he can hold it.
+3 armor, I'm not even sure if that's worth it. Just get Archons out at this point. There's no way he's going to get to Storm. The attack's already here as the Templar Archive finishes up. And this is the attack that INnoVation is coming to win the game with.
He's trying. These Vikings coming in, targeting down the Colossi, dealing a lot of damage. Some force fields go down. Not necessarily the best. He is taking out these Vikings slowly but surely. But I think this is just too many units from INnoVation.
And as the last Colossus falls, INnoVation says, yep, this game would be probably pretty easy for me, as he comes rolling in. And unfortunately for Elfi, who played a pretty strong game for the majority of this, has been hit by a blinding timing from INnoVation. And well, Storm was not ready, the Templar Archives was barely complete, and INnoVation is coming in to pick up map number 1 of this best of 3 series.
That's right, this game all but over, just waiting for the GG from Elfi. His supply has been doubled. He cannot hold on any longer, and GG, INnoVation picking up game number 1 in a very commanding fashion.
Equal for the majority of the game, and then one big play by INnoVation, and the game is over.
Psystorm is going to be just about ready.
And he does have 2 high Templar, but it looks like INnoVation is going to drop 2 fully loaded medivacs inside the main base. And of course, Elfi's a little bit out of position right now. The Templar Archives is a key structure that I'm sure INnoVation would like to pick off. Well, if he finds a couple of units here, he'll pick them off as well. Remember, there's still units outside the natural of Elfi that he has to deal with.
That attack could be very strong. He's already gotten a couple sentries, and he gets out 2 pylons, 2 sentries for nothing. Beautiful play here by INnoVation, and re-dropping as soon as the army moves.
Oh, and INnoVation's in 2 places at once, onto the natural here. The Storm has to hit, and it does kind of hit, but the units to escape. Meanwhile, 2 medivacs inside the main base, and INnoVation is just unleashing the beast here, dropping twice in 2 different places. And well, Elfi pushes it back for now, but oh boy, has INnoVation really dealt some damage over to his opponents.
This is actually getting very problematic. He's knocking out gateways, he's knocking out pylons, and supply blocking Elfi. Look at Elfi right now, he has 900 gas, he needs to get rid of that. He's down 30 supply already.
Here come the SCVs on the natural, and INnoVation just wants to end it right here. He wants the 2-0.
Now Elfi has to split every High Templar. That clump of High Templars has to be split. If one EMP hits more than one High Templar, there's a good chance he won't be able to hold this.
Well, this is the last chance here for Elfi. He moves one High Templar forward to the edge of the ramp, and he needs to hit these storms. He's going to try to poke forward. Feedbacks. One high tempo, but gets sniped twice.
A good size storm going down, a really good size storm going down there by Elfi. The Medivacs flying in and not really doing very much there. Is INnoVation actually going to break him though?
Well, INnoVation's going to be poking forward. He's got the majority of his units behind this. Remember, Elfi has 0 upgrades, focusing so heavily on his gas and his high tempo account in this game, and he needs to break this. Another Immortal is trying to be pushed out here, but in comes INnoVation. He takes the high ground. Watch the EMPs onto the high tempo. He doesn't actually get them. A storm dodge from INnoVation, and the majority of his units live.
Oh, huge side storms going down, but INnoVation has so many units left. Elfi needs a little bit more in these Archons before they morph in, going to be picked off.
And well, time warp comes in, but likewise as INnoVation, knock on the front door, and Elfi doesn't want to open that front door, but there's no way not to, as we see INnoVation rolling over Autosis. GG, INnoVation takes the 2-0, and is the first player in the semi-finals.
Some fantastic play by INnoVation. Guys, make some noise for INnoVation. Awesome play there, Apollo, with his patented SCV pulls, even against Mass Storm. He is looking unbeatable.
Of course he is.
After he took out Elfi 2-0, just as he said he would. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that series, let us know what his feelings were, and if, you know, he was just confident throughout that entire thing. 이제 전에 얘기했듯이 2대0으로 쉽게 이기겠다고 했는데 2대0으로 나왔어요. 그래서 경기를 하면서 나는 이걸 그냥 쉽게 이기겠다 이렇게 생각을 했어요, 처음부터.
질 수도 있겠다고는 생각은 했는데 그래도 이긴다면 2대0으로 이길 수 있다고 생각은 하고 있었습니다.
I did think that it was possible that I could lose, but I thought if I was going to win, it would be 2-0. Now, we saw that in both games, he did do an SCV pull, but Elfi went for 2 different strategies. In the first game, we saw that he went Colossi, and in the second game, he chose to go Storm. So, I mean, obviously, in the end, INnoVation came out on top, but I'm just curious to see what his mindset was when he faced those 2 different strategies. 첫 경기에서는 엘피 선수가 거신으로 갔잖아요. 두 번째 경기에는 거신 말고 스톰을 선택했어요. 그걸 보면서 그 전략을 좀 바꿨나요? 아니면 그냥 상관없이 그냥 하는 대로 했어요?
그냥 상관없이 하던 대로 치질 갔어요.
He says I didn't care what he was doing or what he was going for. I just went for what I was going to do. So give him another great round of applause.